sometimes God will allow you to experience the pain from a struggle or continuously to be in a certain season in your life, and it hurts. And sometimes he does this to test the authenticity of your faith. And God is a God of faith. He's a God that requires faith. And this message is also for me because I feel like a lot of times we say we have faith, we go to church on Sunday, we sing the songs, and we say, Lord, if you're for me, then who could be against me, and I'll never fail with you, God. And we're singing the songs, and then the next minute something goes wrong, and then we were like frantic, we're running around like trying to figure it out on our own. And instead of going into prayer, sometimes we go into prayer and sometimes the prayer doesn't get answered at the time that we want it. So then that's when the anxiety starts to rise, and that's when we start getting frantic and we start saying, God, do you even hear me? God, am I praying hard enough? Now you just sound like you're starting to feel like you're going crazy. And that's where the enemy tries to creep in and put depression and put anxiety and then cause you to not want to pray. And God is looking for you to still seek him while you're struggling, because he wants to see the authenticity of your faith. He wants to see your heart posture. A lot of times before a blessing comes, your heart posture has to be in the right place. God has to prepare you for the blessing, right? Or sometimes we just will like not rely on him. I know, or we'll just like try to rely on ourselves to fix the problem. And we forget that we serve a great God and we need to have faith, right? And this just reminds me of a time, and I feel like this is why God isolated me from certain people. Anytime I used to have like a problem or some type of struggle, something big, I would just run to people and only like consult them. And I wouldn't go to God first and get on my knees and pray about it. And our God is jealous over us. We have to put him first, so it's important. We want to be great men and women of God. If we want to be these great men and women, we have to have faith. You have to demonstrate faith. And sometimes even like when the prayer is not answered, then people start complaining. We start to complain. We start complaining like, Lord, this is taking too long. This is taking way. And this just reminds me of the time when the children of Israel were in the promised land and God was feeding them manna from heaven, right? The very thing that would keep them alive. And they started to get tired of it. They were like, that's not enough. Now they want quail. And God gave them quail, right? He gave them quail until it started to come out of their nose because they started to complain. And God gave them quail and it started coming out of their noses, their ears. And it just shows me that like, this is why faith is so important. God knows what's best for you. He knows what's best for me. And we have to continue to rely on him, our faith. When your heart posture is in the right place, that's when God will open up that door. That's when the blessing will come, because he knows that you have passed the test and your faith is authentic. You're not just shaken by any little win and then you get discouraged. We have to stand strong. This is a war that we're fighting. And God wants to make sure that we're all like strong soldiers. So if you are wanting to be a strong woman or a man of God, you have to have faith. You have to have faith. And God is so good that he's sustaining you right now. You have life in your body. You're able to see this video right now, and this should be a reminder to you that no matter what you're going through, I don't care if you're on your last penny. I don't care if you have $5 in your bank account. I don't care what it is. Continue to have faith. Continue to pray. Prayer is our most powerful weapon. Continue to have faith. And I'm telling you, once your heart is in the right posture and God sees you striving to get closer to him, while it's still hurting you, once he sees that, that's when he'll bless you.